Okay, now here is the good part. Now we're going to talk about some of the metrics that I have found most useful in measuring my lead generation efforts. Hey guys, welcome to Renee Holden Marketing, where we discuss lead generation marketing strategies to help your small business grow. I'm Renee, and today we are talking about how to measure your marketing success. Now, I know when I first started in marketing, I was tasked with creating reports on a regular basis for my managers who were more into sales and business development than marketing per se. So when we would come up with goals and try to tie metrics to those goals, it could be difficult to convey progress in my reports if we did not exactly meet our targeted business goals. And I think I really relied on what are called vanity metrics, which often look really huge and like you've made a ton of progress, but sometimes don't really mean very much, when actually I should have been looking at different metrics to show how we are getting closer to our business goals and how we are improving in other areas of our sales and marketing strategy. So today I really want to talk about what vanity metrics are, as well as metrics that I have personally used to tie lead generation marketing strategy in with business goals. Okay, so vanity metrics are basically defined by the fact that they don't exactly show progress towards business goals. However, vanity metrics can be different for every business based on the channels that you're targeting, based on your industry. So I want to talk about some of the questions you can ask yourself to identify vanity metrics in your business. And the first question you want to ask yourself is, what business decision can I make with this information? The metric of page views or time spent on your website. What choices can you make with that information? If you have something like a call to action or a free resource on your website, counting the number of downloads of that resource can let you know that people are interested enough in that resource to take action, download your content. Some examples of business decisions that could be made around something like conversions or downloaded content could be, hey, should we make more of that downloadable content? What was the topic of that downloadable piece of content, and should we lean more into it? The second question you can ask to identify a vanity metric is if the process that was used to get the outcome of that metric is repeatable. So, for example, if a celebrity tags you in a post, how do you repeat that effect happening again? In general, results that are tied to external factors, not having to do with your business or marketing strategy, can be really difficult to repeat and are generally a vanity metric, but still interesting to include in your report. Okay, now here is the good part. Now we're going to talk about some of the metrics that I have found most useful in measuring my lead generation efforts. The first metric is CPA, or cost per acquisition. How much did it cost to get your prospect buyer to that point? This also has to do with the pricing of your product or service, or your pricing model. If you're finding that your cost per acquisition is significantly higher than the cost of your product, then that's where your marketing strategy needs to be optimized. Next metric is a pretty obvious and common one, and that is conversions. Whether that be the opportunity to purchase your product, schedule a meeting with you, get your email address. These are all examples of metric conversions that kind of identify who is actually interested in possibly buying from you. And the last metric that I find is super useful for lead generation strategy is tracking qualified leads. So when you're doing lead generation, especially at the beginning of your strategies, you're going to have leads and then you're going to have qualified leads. Leads are people who signed up to talk to you, they wanted to purchase from you. Qualified leads are people who are your ideal customer who are very likely to go through with the purchase. This can be really indicative of your traffic source. So if you're getting a ton of leads, but they're not qualified leads, then it can show that your marketing efforts are maybe in the wrong marketing channel. So those are just 3 of the metrics that I love to include in my marketing reports. I think they tie really well into a lot of companies' business goals and are really telling about if a strategy is actually getting the results that you need. If you have any metrics that you always use and you find are super helpful, comment those down below. I would love to hear what you guys use. Subscribe if you're interested in more digital marketing content, and I'll see you later. Bye.